course I am.
You want the inside too?
Oh, we'd love to. Okay, let's get a special peek on the inside of this beauty.
You already got me last year. It was a big one.
These cars didn't come with paddle shifters.
Oh, we got paddle shifters on here?
So the reason why we have these, it's not to shift the car, but it is to handle my pneumatic clutch. So my other half blew his knee out, so to make it safe.
Ah.
We can shift from here, but we can also launch from here. So we'll be doing the Arkansas Mile coming up. So all the cool stuff that people do to Viggens, to 95s, it all comes from Taliaferro. So he's running a standalone ECU.
Nice.
And actually, they're going nuts. You can actually turn it on, it says Taliaferro Import. So he is the guy that everybody copies.
I heard he's the Viggen wizard.
He really is. He really is. And everything that you see here that we sell at our shop has been tried and true, real research and development. So this is some of our runs, most recent ones, and they go all the way up to 760. Sheesh. Here's where I may or may not have messed it up terribly on the dyno. See how it sings back? That one's a better show. There's where I really messed it up. But we literally 7,500 RPM.
Wow.
How we do it and how we run. And I broke it at 9,300 RPM.
Wow.
I zinged it.
Wow.
Off the shucks. Oh my goodness.
This thing has some power.
And we work hard to play hard. And he's been doing this. So he bought this Viggen in 2002.
Okay.
And has consistently done neat things with it over and over and over again. And the cool thing about Nick is he always has time to talk to you about the car. He always has time to discuss it with you. And if he doesn't, then I do. So it's if it's built by a Taliaferro, you know what you're getting is high-end, classy, and it'll last. And that's what makes it special. Now, how he started designing stuff, would you like to know the secret behind it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It started
You're giving secrets.
When he bought it and he drove it, and there was too much flex. So he's the one who came up with the cross stay bar, the 6-point underneath the car, the rear sway bar, all of that to tighten the unibody frame. And then
Also, he customized it himself.
and not only do we customize it, we design, build, and manufacture all of this.
Got it.
So we have CNC machines,
Got it.
lathes. So we call them the experimental machinist, which somebody's taken his last card. This is made in-house by us. This is our power steering tank. We make coolant tanks for the V6s and the 4-cylinder 9.3 sport sedans. We make the pipes here. We make the intake. Do you like the intake beautiful? And there's actually one right there if you want to see the whole design of it.
Oh, okay.
It's turned around the other way. I think it keeps getting knocked down. So when DI units were unavailable and we needed more, these are Porsche coils. So we designed this, put the Porsche coils in. Unfortunately, we haven't designed a coil cover that'll meet, if you see here. So anything over it right now. So he's got to work on designing that so we can cover that. He runs the smaller battery, but you know, homage to Saab Sport and Rally. We just made the sticker. It's just a tiny little battery, but it cranks our car. We've got double fuel pumps, so we've got one of the aromatics in the actual tank, and then we have another one up here.
Wow.
Because as we were building power, we were running out of fuel.
Oh, wow.
So all of this is research and development for over 20 years to build something that we can sell that's bolt on. So depending on where you guys live, some of this stuff is not something you can leave when you go through inspection every year. So it's got to be easy to pull off and put back on if you're going to the racetrack or however you want to word that. It's all the same. It all bolts on and bolts off. 100% bolt on and bolt off. This is homage to Trollhättan. So they used to say Saabs were made in Trollhättan by trolls. So old racers used to put this on everything. And obviously I love it. So this is my favorite piece of jewelry. It's just simple. Yeah, so and you'll notice that like at most of these events, the if you go to a national convention, SOC, all of the staff wear Stroll t-shirts so that you know who to look for as volunteers. But since the Saabs were made in Trollhättan, the bad joke many years ago was that they were made by trolls on the assembly line. So some people in Sweden don't necessarily like the joke, but the rest of us do. So it's cute. And now it's 70 years gone, so people aren't as upset.
Yeah.
So he builds everything. He makes sure that the right injectors match the right turbo, and we got enough coming in through the intake and out through the exhaust manifold, which we also designed. You can't really see down there. He ships over the BSR, but this is our personal one that we used to make for 9.5s and 9.3s. And if you look, we only have one fog light because our air intake takes up the rest. So we got to make sure we got the right air fuel mixture. Now the cool thing about Nick is he would read engine books with us in Swedish and German.
Wow.
So when we first started dating and I went to his house and I opened up the oven,
Oh my gosh.
it was all books. He uses a little toaster oven. And the whole thing. Now when I moved in with him, one whole entire 16-foot trailer was full of nothing but books because I'm kind of a nerd too.
That's
We now use our oven,
yeah.
but we live together. So.
Yeah, it is.
You guys drive a Saab?
Yep. I got the green 900 right there. So you paid in full on it. Yep.
Okay, I was noticing your car and I like your car.
Thank you so much.
So I'm all about old school.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about these is when you close the hood, you would never know what was under the hood. And that's what he wants. He doesn't want you to see something that doesn't fit the
this
aesthetic.
is a true sleeper.
And that's, except it's bright red. Do you know?
Monster.
Arrest me red. It's arrest me red, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's not the color car you want.
Arrest me red. I like that.
And that's what my mom used to call the Saabs. I had a red 900.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have it 3 days. I got a ticket.
Yep. Speed.
2 weeks, 2 tickets. 1 month, 4 tickets. I sold that car.
That's crazy.
And I got put on probation for traffic tickets because I was a kid and couldn't afford them.
That's crazy.
It was a 900S, didn't even have a turbo.
Oh my God. Still speeding at it. Speed demon.
A little bit. So these cars are awesome. Are you members of the National Saab Club?
I am.
Okay. I'm Shelley. I'm the president of the National Saab
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Shelley. Mark has told me a lot about you.
Mark is one of my best friends. Mark, oh my God, didn't even last. I can tell you every car. Thank you.
Yeah.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia. I started the Saab Club of Atlanta, and he took over when I moved, and now we pass it off to Thackeray Brown. So Saabs are all we do, and we have fun. And I drag him to all these things. And now he drags himself. It's been over 10 years. So at first I would drag him to all these things. And I adore him. So do you have any questions about the build or?
You answered all the questions. You pointed all out specific. I don't have a Viggen, but I would love to have one.
One day at a time. You've got something that most people would give their eye teeth for. So don't discount what you have based on what somebody else has.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Aesthetically speaking, I would prefer what you drive over this.
Right. But I would like to have something fast too. Something that's old, that's fast.
Old. But we work on those too. Hit us up.
Okay, for sure. There I have it.
Thank you.